All right, let's get this going. So, yeah. Let me make sure that. Sorry. Let me make sure that everything is going well first. Don't ask me why I'm making all these weird noises. What the frick, Twitch? Why is Twitch not giving me any notifications? Okay. No, because the streamer I follow just started streaming, and they didn't give me a notification. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Twitch? Why are you like this, huh? Is this funny? Is it funny for you to screw up my notifications and my friends for all of this? Sorry, give me a second. Ugh. I'll manage this. Okay, why is Twitch actually tweaking right now? Why are you whiffing? Okay. That's fine. Okay. What? Fine. But yeah, welcome back to art. So we can see that last time I made some progress. So I'll just give you a quick change log as to what I did, because apparently I'm a developer and I call like changes, I call progress as change logs. So what I did last time is my current work time is 14 hours and 57 minutes. You can't really see it, but it's on the upper right corner right now, so you can't really see it. But what I did was that I changed the face. So before, the face was pretty fat, pretty wide, and I didn't really like that, so I decided to be like, nope, I'm going to change the face. I'm going to reduce the size of it. So I changed the neck a bit as well. I'll refine I'll do a bit more update on the cross hatching. The other thing was that I did more cross hatching, so we can see all of this. Also, so last stream I started doing the cross hatching, but here you can see that I changed a whole bunch of the cross hatching. That's because I wasn't the biggest fan of how I did the cross hatching. So the previous stream, what I did was that I did the shape for how I wanted the cross hatching to go, and I drew over it like directly. So then you had this grid over here, right? I didn't like how that looked. That was a new method that I decided to try for cross hatching. I didn't like how that looked because it looked really artificial in some way, because you could just see like it was just like lines like that, right? And I was like, okay, that doesn't look that good, right? With so I erased everything and I started to redo them. So here you can see for this method of cross hatching, which is the one that I normally use and the one that I decided to continue using, is that I just straight up used a pencil and try to keep it in line, right? So you can see the thinner brush of the pen, and then it sort of widens out as it like continues, right? So that's how the pencil is supposed to go, right? So that's what I decided to do. And that's why I decided to continue using, because the previous one felt a bit too artificial, but this one feels a bit more naturel, if you want. Naturel. I don't know why I mix like French with English. I don't know. That was gross. But yeah, so you can tell that I did a lot of progress here. It's kind of funny because for this piece, in the original art style of of S of her original style, here we can see it's actually the opposite of what I'm doing. So here it's the line art that's a bit more messy versus the rendering that's a bit more proper. So if you zoom in on her rendering, it's actually quite proper, but the line art over here, you could see it's not quite proper, right? There's a lot of it's kind of on the rougher side. I'm doing the opposite. So I'm doing the opposite. Here my line art is all straight and whatnot, but here all my rendering is very rough. It's very it's very rough, right? So yeah, it's sort of an inversion of style, which I think is kind of interesting. Inversion of style compared to the original art style, let's just say, right? So yeah, with this is actually the first piece that I decided to do that was that's done fully with whatchamacallit, with cross hatching. Because the original wait, what is that? Oh, right here. Because the when I decide to do cross hatching for other illustrations, sorry. Okay, because when I decide to start doing cross hatching for other illustrations, I'll post some examples later on, or you can search them up on your own. It's on my Pixiv, because my old Twitter account got deleted because they thought it was a bot. So I'm like, okay, I got permanently banned, so I have to make a new one, which I think is really stupid. So none of my old art is really on my new Twitter account. So yeah, so there was that. But most of my old cross hatching was actually just only part of it was cross hatched. So you would have like an illustration here, and then a segment of it would be like sort of like cut out, whether that be through like an object or whether I physically like drew like a segment out. That segment would be black and white, and I would just cross hatch that section. So yeah, that was an interesting stylistic choice that I decided to do, which I don't really do anymore. Mainly because, yeah, I just don't really see the point in doing that, even though I enjoyed it, but it's like I don't really care much about that, to be honest. But yeah, so so there was that, and yeah, that's that, I guess. Oh no, nothing like this. Oh yeah, like that. So this sort of from what I understand of this, right, obviously there's the neck that sort of just goes over here, right? Right. No, not that far off. I think it's more something like this, right? It's pretty light, I guess, on this. But yeah, so this is the first time I'm doing an illustration entirely with cross hatching, which I think it's sort of an interesting little challenge, let's just say, right? Because it's not something I usually do, which I'm starting to realize why, because this hurts my wrist, because it's a lot of wrist flicking. So I'm like, oh, I don't enjoy this. This is not good. Wrist hurty. Haha. I'm sorry to. I'm remembering why I didn't enjoy this at all. Okay. But I do enjoy cross hatching quite a bit. I mean, if you're like a manga artist who need to cross hatch every illustration like every week, if you need to cross hatch every single manga panel that you did, I will lose my mind. But if I'm doing it for like leisure, right? If I'm doing it as like a hobbit, why is it a hobbit? I am not a hobbit. Maybe I am. Lord of the Rings, or something like that. I don't know. The Hobbit, right? So if I'm doing it as a hobby, I think that'll be a lot better and easier to manage because I just take my time with it. But if I was like Kentaro Miura, right? I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it. If I was like him, and I need to cross hatch with so much detail every single panel, every single week, it's no wonder I would have like health issues, right? It is like, people need to realize that, man, manga artists, they're human too. So if you wonder why they have friggin' hiatuses when they start to overwork themselves, that's probably because this I almost swore, this stuff hurts. This actually, like, it is painful. It is not healthy. Like, it is not quite what you should be, what you want, to be honest. But yeah, so it's not nice. Okay, let me just add a bit of cross hatching over here. Alright, so it's just going to be a bit of, what I really like about cross hatching is that there's a lot of texture involved. So we actually look at the full picture. It's obviously not done rendering in yet, but you can see that this gives it a lot of texture, and it's I don't know, it's just really nice and rough. I'm still talking about my art But yeah, it gives it a lot of texture, which I really enjoy compared to my usual style of rendering, which is a bit more flat, I would say, or smooth. I guess would be the appropriate term for it, right? So that's one thing I really enjoy about cross-hatching, if I was taking my time with it, right? But yeah, it's actually not taking as much time as I thought it would. That's probably because I'm only drawing a single character. But if I was doing like a manga panel, right? If I was like drawing Berserk or something, which, oh my god, I would go insane. Like it is rough. Like it would absolutely destroy my health. And it's no wonder like manga artists actually suffer from health issues all the time from just drawing, because people don't realize it and they just say, oh well, maybe they should get a real job if drawing just gets them this much pain. People don't realize it, but it's very uncomfortable to be sitting down in the same position for not just like it takes hours, right? Like I'm doing this, like obviously I'm doing it on pretty leisurely, so I have time to relax. I have time to give my wrist like some breaks and whatnot. But if you were crunching for time, if your livelihood depended on it, and you need to draw all of this in like a couple of hours, you would be destroyed, right? And just a single manga panel of Berserk probably has more detail than whatever this is, right? And whatever I'm drawing. Like, Berserk is not like something that people like. Berserk is definitely something that I feel I feel people acknowledge that Berserk has really good art, right? But people don't actively like go, yeah, Berserk, like peak art or whatever, right? But if you look at any of the manga panels in Berserk, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Like some of the most beautiful art in Berserk of all time. It is in manga of all time. It is like I admit that Berserk is already like peak, but oh man, with the art, it's beautiful. Like it is legitimately like probably like the people don't, like I think people give it credit, but not enough credit, because it is genuinely beautiful. Okay, so it's sort of like this, right? So the sleeve is there, which means that there should be just a bit of a little shadow over there, right? There should be a bit of a here, right? Okay. There we go. And yeah, all of these lines have to be individually drawn. There was actually brushes, I think, that they offer digitally for cross hatching, but I don't think it's the same. I definitely don't think it's the same, like quality wise as well. Like maybe it'll look right? Like it'll look right for certain types of work, but that's not what I want this piece to have, right? That's not the kind of texture that I want this piece to have. Like you'll hear me talking about texture a lot, right? And it's kind of hard to describe. It's like each piece has each artist has their own distinct texture when it comes to art. It's kind of hard to describe. Like it really is. I saw like a trend recently where they're like, oh yeah, if I was a food, how would you describe what food would I be? And I think that's the closest to trying to describe texture in art. Because there's this artist that I follow called on Instagram, they're called Samoyed, So SEMOYED. So I'll just write it down. So I'm not gonna write cursive just because it's harder to read, but their username is. This is on Instagram, so I'll just draw the Instagram icon really fast. There we go. On Instagram. There we go. That's that. But yeah, so their work on Instagram, they asked that, and I was like, oh, you have like it's hard to describe, but they had a you know those like candy cigarette things that's very like chalky, the chalk stick like candy. I was like, oh yeah, that's how your art would be if it was like a food or something like that. So it was pretty that's how best I would describe texture in art, right? Even though I'm probably full of crap. Right? I mean, probably less full of crap than some art critics, because art critics are actually dog water. Like, art critics are some of the worst. There we go. Nice. There we go. This sort of curves in a bit. The difficult part about cross-hatching is that the lines of the cross-hatching have to sort of follow the shape of the object, right? But it also gives you the opportunity to do some pretty cool stuff. So over here you can see the outline of the objects, and then you can see some lines going the opposite direction. So here I'm going the opposite direction just to give it like the overall darker look, right? So these lines going the opposite direction are meant to like yeah, just signify that the entire piece is in shadows, right? Whereas like these lines are meant to like be the shape, like the shadows of the shape or whatever, right? I think that's how best I would describe it. I don't know how else I would describe it, to be honest. Actually no, the lines going in the opposite direction would be the ichikage. So the first shadow, which is the cast shadow, so the shadow that comes from the overall scene lighting. And then these other shadows over here would be nikage. So that would be the second shadow. So those would be the shadows casted that are from the subject themselves, right? So from the fold of the clothes, from like the shadow of the head, right? So those are darker than ichikage. So yeah. Yeah. That's that, I guess. Okay, so this is slightly darker over here. Okay. It's like just marginally darker over here, or it's like marginally dark over here, right? There's just like a slight bit of shadow over here, right? So the beautiful part about cross-hatching is that you can sort of get like an overall idea of the shape of the thing that you're drawing just from the lines, right? And I think that's something that's so nice. Again, texture. I'm going monkey mode, ape mode. Oh crap, don't want that. Sometimes when I draw too fast, it just curves the lines, and you don't really want that. You sort of want everything to be straight lines, as straight as possible at least, right? So the sleeve, I guess the sleeves usually they have a slight bit of a crease, right? So there would be something like a something that's a bit more like a something that's a bit more like this, right? So you would have something that's like this, right? There we go. So here you can see that just repeated lines would make like a darker area. And then if I wanted to make like a lighter area, I would just space out the lines a bit more. So that's one of the cool things about cross hatching. It's definitely very time consuming, very time consuming. But again, it gives a very distinct look to your piece, which I think that other rendering styles really don't have. Like what I really think is cool about art is that every rendering style has its own distinct personality. So we have like the painterly-esque piece, right? It's also a completely different style. Whereas if you have cross-hatching, it's also a different style. If you have like something that's more clean, it's also a completely different style. It's like all these tiny nuances can like completely change a piece, which I think is so cool. Like it is actually so cool. I am a nerd. But that's fine. It is fine. Okay. So this is sort of like this, right? So it sort of goes, to my knowledge, this sort of goes up a bit, right? It sort of goes like here, right? Sort of like that. Might be a bit too high up, so I might need to go like here, right? Kind of like this type of deal, right? There we go. And that's sort of no, that's not it. That's not it. I borked. Oh, whoops. That was lag. Why are you lagging, huh? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it seems like what it is that there's actually a slight bit of a shadow over here. Right. So it seems like it's going to go like So this piece of clothing is sort of folded up, so right now you're looking at the underneath of it. So it's sort of like sort of downwards over here, sort of like that, right? Over here. It's gonna be kind of hard to draw. I mean, I would struggle with this even if I wasn't doing cross hatching. So there's quite a bit of that I'm going to struggle with. Okay, over here. Okay, so like here, right? Or should I just cross hatch the entire thing? Oh no, this entire thing should be cross hatched, right? That would be kind of more appropriate, I think. Just sort of like this, I would say. Yeah, okay, that's a good initial base over there, right? So, okay. This is going to be rough. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. And you can have some getting outside of that zone, just because why not? Right? It's art. No one cares. No one cares. And we can just wrap this all up over here. Okay. Sort of darker over here. I might need to do some of this as well. It sort of goes in the same direction as that, right? Okay, there we go. There we are. There we are. Okay. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I believe that should be pretty okay. It doesn't have to be completely right. It just has to look or feel right. That should be fine enough. And then here you would have something that's a bit more right, you would have something here that's a bit more large, right? You would have something that's sort of like this, right? So you have it sort of like this. Right, so this is the edges of whatever this is. So it's sort of should be more like this, I guess. Shouldn't curve all that much. That's gonna be a bit hard, but that's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, so it should be Right, should curve along of the sleeve. Should be a bit more like this, right? Should be these lines should be a bit darker because they're sort of like the extremity of the shadow. Over here, right? So they're sort of like this. Right. No, it's too diagonal. I don't want it to be too diagonal. I should probably just erase it. That's probably faster. Okay, there we go. So what I want it to be is a bit more like so, right? Like so. Oh, and then we could have the shape of the shadow over here. Right? Over here. Like so. Yeah, like that. Okay. Right. It's fine if it's a bit flawed. That's how it is. Right, so over here. Over here it's going to be a bit darker as well. And we have something that's going off to the side like so. Sort of envelops the entire arm in a shadow like so, right? It doesn't have to be dark, it just has to be light, you know. So I can do and then as it slowly descends, it starts to curve a bit because it starts to really show on the sleeve of the arm, right? So it's sort of like this, right? So here you can sort of see like it's like folds in the clothes, which is kind of nice, right? So you have something along those lines, right? Which is a bit more subtle, but that's how it is, right? Right, so you have something like this, which is more of a diamond shape, like so. Sort of goes along here, right? Like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, that looks odd if it just mirrors itself. Just wanna do a bit more like this. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay. Okay, yeah. There we go. And then here at the extremity of the shadow, there should be a bit more few lines just to make it a bit darker, like so. Right, so these are going to be a bit darker, like so. And then we have this over here, right? Which are a bit darker, like so. Okay, there we go. There we are. There we are. Okay. Yeah, sort of like that. That's nice. Damn. If it wasn't a paint to animate, I think I would if it wasn't a paint to like rig, I think I would definitely have gone for like a cross-hatched model, because cross-hatch models I feel like it'd be a bit hard to animate, especially with all the movements, because when you move like a character in 2D as a model, you tend to have like the shadows shift as well. That would be a pain to absolutely rig. Like, it would be annoying as frick to rig. Like, I'm not even kidding. There we go. Yeah, sure, let me spike this up a bit. So, there we go. There we are. What else? Okay. Yeah, sure. No, actually, that should be fine. Yeah, okay, that should be a bit fine. Actually, you know what? This line over here should be a bit darker. Sort of like here a bit, right? Sort of just goes along of the shape of the fold over here, right? Sort of like that. There we go. There we go. I'm having fun with this. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. Okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. I believe. Oh, here. Here. Okay. So here it's going to sort of go along the shape of this fold over here, right? Over here, right? Sort of like that. But obviously I'm gonna have to draw the shadow for the sleeve as well. The Ichikage. Actually, I just realized that this is really interesting. I actually draw the, whereas in normal rendering, I would actually draw the first shadow first. So I would draw like the direction of where the light source is, and then would draw from there. So I would draw the first shadow first. So I would draw the scene lighting first, and then I would go in and then pick out the darker colors for the second shadow. But for cross hatching, I'm actually doing the opposite. I'm actually drawing the second shadow first, and then I'm drawing the first shadow, because I think it's just easier to sort of see the to just sort of see the whatchamacallit, it's just sort of easier to see shapes if you have the second shadow done in cross hatching. Because if you just have this, which is the first shadow over here, it just looks really messy and you can't really interpret it all that much. So you would have you would do the first shadow, you would do the second shadow first, rather than the second shadow for cross hatching, which I think is really cool. I never really noticed that until now. Then again, it's not like I do freaking cross hatching that often, to be honest. I should, but I don't as well. Right? It's something that I will take my time with. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do that. There we go. There we go. So this is going to be a bit more curved in, like so, right? Okay. And then over here it's going to be a couple more lines just because it's darker. Like so. The time lapse is already pretty long. Let me check. The time lapse is 16 minutes. For something that's taking me 15 hours and 30 by now, it's actually kind of long. It's actually a relatively long time lapse for something that's actually pretty fast to complete, because like I said, the Clip Studio time lapse is based on strokes. So for every change in the canvas, that's one stroke, right? That's one change rather. So that's what it's doing. But yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me do this. Let me be a bit more cautious with this, because I don't want to overflow into other pieces, right? I want to sort of be a bit more loose over here, right? There we go. So here, there we go. So here, it's going to sort of curve into it a bit. There we go. And then you have this, like so. Right, so you have some nice lines over here, which is nice. Like so. There we go. Right. Obviously I haven't added the shadow in yet, but we're going to add that after. Or we haven't added the glow in this yet, right? So it's going to go there. Like over here, right? Sort of like this. You have the rest of the over here, right? So like that. There we go. There we go. I'm quite happy with it. I'm actually, okay, here. This it's gonna be a bit harder for this, but I think this is still gonna be curved in like so, right? Still gonna be curved in like so, and then you would have a bit more distance between the lines, just to give it like a sort of gradient look, like so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's actually coming along quite nicely. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'll need to go over it once more to make sure that all the cross hatching sort of looks nicer, because over here it doesn't look quite as nice. It's a bit gross over here. Over here as well, it doesn't seem as dark as it should be, but it's a nice fold in the scarf, which I quite like. Yeah. Otherwise, it's progressing quite nicely. I'm genuinely having quite a bit of fun with this. A lot more than I thought I would. Yeah. So over here, going to be darker slightly. It's going to be like here, right? There we go. Okay. So it's going to go over here. And then we can just go over here, sort of as a continuation of the fold over here. There we go. All right, and that's the oh wait, I should probably do this side as well. I should probably do this first. This the jacket first, just so that I don't like screw anything up over here. So over here, the down over here should be a bit more dark over here, right? A bit more dark over here. Then you have the lines from the jacket over here, right? Which causes it to be a bit more dark, like so. And then you would have the shadow from the arm over here, right? Over here. Sort of like that. Yeah. Okay. A couple more over here just because it's sort of in front of the lapel. So like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. What else? Right. The general shadow of the arm. I'm missing that. So it goes around here. That's fine. Oh, we'll get to it. So it's sort of like a gradient over there, right? So it starts to. It's like particular over here, which is kind of annoying, because I didn't want to sort of impede on this. Because there is a sort of a line over here that sort of goes for it, and then sort of just fades out. Wait, did I do that? Oh no, that's something else. Okay, right. That was the Nikage from the from before. Okay, nice. Okay. There we go. And then I'm doing this relatively fast because it's I can refine it anyways, so I'm good, right? Okay, shift it around like so, and then we can. I'm going to slow down here because I wanted to step over the other parts as well. So over here. And then I'm clear, so now I can go ape again. So I can go as fast as I can now. Try like this. Alright, so it's a pretty slight shadow over here. Right? So like that. I'll extend it a bit more. And then I'll go over it with I'll go over it with smaller lines, and then yeah, that'll be a darker shadow. There we go. There we are. Okay, just slow down over here. Okay. There we go. There we go, and then I can continue going over here. And there we go. Nice. Okay. And I could go over here and I can mark it with smaller, way smaller lines to give it the darkest look possible on the extremities. Because that's the furthest part away from the light, so I want it to be slightly darker to really give it that gradient look, right? So there we go. Okay, let's continue. 15 hours and 38 minutes for now, which is nice. That's a nice amount of progress. I mean, I'm almost done with this anyways. I'm almost done with the pretty much the base rendering for this. I mean, there's not much that I have to do. I just have to fix after I'm done the vest. I also have to do the hair and then the eyes, and then I have to do the. Okay, never mind. There's a lot to do. I was like, it's gonna be fast. Nope. I'm gonna finish it this week. Nope. I'm lying to myself. I mean, I can definitely finish it this week if I have like free time tomorrow, but who knows? Who knows? There we go. Okay, my wrist is starting to hurt now. This is so bad. This is so bad. Now it's starting to hurt. That is not good. There we go. It's never a good sign if your body part starts hurting. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Right? There we go. And then we're going to finish it up soon, so we can have a nice cross-hatching render over here, right? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. That's not bad. I'll take it. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good, as the meme says. Maybe a bit more, actually. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. This is quite a bit of lines. Oh man, I'm starting to remember why I didn't do cross-hatching. This hurts. That's fine. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Ow. Okay, sorry, that was my wrist. Ugh. Yep. Okay, that hurts. Definitely hurts. Definitely don't want to do that too much. Luckily, it's only for one illustration, so I'm fine. I'm fine. For the hair, I can do it a bit more loose because hair is a bit more flowy, so I don't really have an issue with that. I think. Yet. Probably. I'm gonna have an issue with that. Right, so okay, do this, do this. Okay, I can go a bit lighter with this, and then yeah, that's that. And then I have to do the rest of this, so over here. Okay. Oh. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Oh, whoops! That's trespassing on the arm now, which I don't want. There we go. I'm going a bit more loose with this right now, which I shouldn't, but hey, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't I be a bit more loose with this, right? Okay, like this. There we go. And then, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. A bit more like this. This hand over here would have its own shadow over here, so it's sort of like sort of goes along with this line over here, right? So sort of wanted to sort of spread a bit over here and sort of scatter over here as it curves over here as well, right? There we go. Oof. Hard work. That's fine. It's fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. Like I say, right? No point in doing anything if you're not having fun with it, which is probably not a good mentality to have. But actually, you know what? It is a good mentality to have. If you're no longer enjoying something, why do it? Huh? Why do something if you're no longer enjoying it? Just no. Okay, there we go. I mean, obviously that doesn't apply to like responsibilities like we're in school or something like that, but I mean, you know, if you aren't enjoying like a certain, I don't know, hobby or anything like that, you know, you can always quit. It's always an option, right? Over here. There we go. This. I mean, sometimes I do keep doing hobbies out of obligation because I'm like, oh, I spent so much time and effort into this. I'm going to continue seeing this and see if that passion reignites. And if it doesn't, then that's fine. I'm just gonna abandon it. But you know, I try and make sure that it lasts as long as possible. You know, sort of like that. Okay. There we go. Some more of that scattered around over here. Over here, okay. Sorry, it's auto-saving it seems. Okay, there we go. Sort of goes like this. Okay, there we go. I want it to be darker over here, just to indicate that there's a certain object in the way over here. Over here as well. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. Over here as well. Okay. Having yeah. This is a good time. Good time. There we go. Okay. Let me do a bit more of this. And there we go. Nice. Not bad. I'll add a few more lines over here just to give it a bit more of a contrast over there. Okay. Yeah. Obviously the background's not gonna be black. I'm thinking it's more going to be like a gray or something like that. I'm thinking about it. Maybe like a dark gray, because obviously there's going to be from the planning stage, there's going to be like a strand of energy here with the butterfly here, maybe a butterfly here, and then there's going to be a third butterfly. I'm trying to now add too many butterflies, just because that becomes sort of redundant with the amount of like butterflies. So I'm like, ugh, yeah, I don't really want that. I don't really want that now, isn't it? Or something like that. All right. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then a bit more over here. There we go. Okay. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. What more? What more? What more? What more? Over here. Over here, I guess. Over here, there's gonna be a bit more of a. Actually, what? I'll draw the folds of the arm first. Of the sleeve first. Sorry. So there should be. Well, not over here. There's not really a sleeve over here, but it's more like here, right? You sort of see like the details over here, right? From the glove, or I call it a wrist cuff because I'm not even sure it's a glove. Oh no, that doesn't connect to the glove. I was right. I'm a bozo. I'm screwing up. Okay, there we go. So it's over here. There we go. There we go. And then we have something that's along like this. Right, sort of that flows upwards, and this other piece that sort of flows downwards as well. Like this, right? Sort of like that. Okay. Oops. Should probably like get that a bit more out over here with a bit more of a fold over here. There we go. It's a bit wild. It's a bit more on the wild side and a bit more unrefined, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So like that. Alright. So I have that going there. And here you would have something that follows this curve over here. Which I guess would be more like this, I guess. Alright, so we have something that's like this. Sort of like that. And this sort of curves outwards like so. There we go. This as well sort of leads into it as well. There we go. And there we go. Okay. And then we could draw the Ichikage next after I'm done with all these folds. Seems like I still have a bit of time. I still have like 7 minutes before I need to close up, but hey, why not? Okay, there we go. Okay. How do people draw such clean cross-hatching? Mine is like, I'm going to draw the most wild friggin' lines of all existence, and no one can stop me because that's the style. And clearly it's not, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Like that. Okay, there we go. There we are. I mean, if I finish the first stage of rendering, I think I'll be pretty happy by now, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do that. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then we could just continue on with this as well. Nice, 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 nice. All right. could do this. Sort of like this, right? No, yeah, sort of more like this. Sort of like that, yeah. I'm happy with this. I'm relatively happy with this. There needs to be some darker thing over here, just to indicate the presence of the sleeve over here, right? So, going to add a few more cross hatchings over here. Sort of like that, yeah. Let's do that. So here, sort of goes like an arc over here, right? Goes like that. There we go. There we are. Yeah, that will do. That will do. That will do. That will do. I'm going to darken this just a touch. Just a touch, right? Just in case I accidentally do something that I shouldn't. Okay, there we go. There we are. A bit more. A bit more. No such thing as too much. There is. Oh, hi. Hi, Sam. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Yeah. How's it been? Yeah, it's pretty okay. Yeah, thanks for asking. But yeah, nice of you to drop by. I'm just finishing this illustration with all the cross hatching. Makes my wrist hurt. I've been so busy. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it, for sure. I mean, like I would say, if you have anything else that's like occupying you, then don't hesitate to do it, because this is never the priority. This looks so good. Thank you. But yeah, how's it been for you? Yeah, hope everything is good for you. Okay, yeah, let me continue this. Says, ooh, looks like, oh, Maru, how's it going? Hope everything is going well. And yeah, Sam, if don't worry if you don't have to stay that long. I really appreciate you dropping by, and yeah, good luck with whatever that you need to do. But yeah, hi Maru, how's it going? I mean, I already asked that this morning, but maybe it changed. I don't know, right? So yeah, cross hatching, a whole bunch of cross hatching over here, right? I changed the head shape as well, so I think now anatomically it should be a bit more proper. But yeah, so there's quite a bit of texture throughout this entire piece, which I'm happy with. Going good. How about you? Yeah. So it's going well. Everything is progressing pretty nicely. Obviously, I still have quite a bit of rendering to do, but yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. There we go. Are you done with your homework? Because remember, I was streaming this morning, and yeah, you were still you were preoccupied with homework. So I hope you're done with your homework now. All these lines must hurt your wrist. Are you okay? No, it's hurting. It's it's fine. Yeah, it's only for this one illustration, so it's good. Yeah. I'll take a break with it afterwards, but yeah, otherwise it's fine. Yeah. I'm done with my homework. Nice. Good to know. We stan doing homework. We don't. Homework sucks. But yeah. There we go. Gonna add a few more for this. Oh man. I'm going to refine this just a bit over here. Okay, there we go. Maybe add like another one over here. Okay, there we go. Then we need to spam this now. Man. Okay. It's gonna. Oh man. There we go. I don't know if you can hear the pencil, but it is. I am going at it. It is definitely rough. Yeah, I was just saying like, oh man, I understand why manga artists are always in bad health. Ugh. They're always in bad health because they're always like doing all of this art style, and it friggin' hurts. I don't know how they're able to do this for. I don't know how they're able to do this for every single like panel, manga panel. It is insane. Like this is a lot. This is a lot of work. Like I'm doing this for one illustration, and I'm suffering. Imagine like doing that for every single manga panel. That is quite a bit of work. There we go. Sort of like this, a bit higher up. There we go. Okay. That should be okay. Okay. What else am I missing? Oh, over here, of course. Of course, I'm missing this part over here. What I'm missing is it's a bit closer to. Oh, right. It's a bit closer to the arm over here. So I might do just a bit darker over here and lighter over here. A bit darker over here, lighter, and this is going to be darker. Oh man, this is gonna be slightly difficult. That's fine. Okay, there we go. I know, right? I can imagine doing this for like hundreds of panels. Yeah, for sure. Like I know like most manga like artists have like a team behind them, but still, even if you have like multiple people helping you, it's still a lot of work because most teams are like what, like 2-3 people. So even if you have like an entire team behind you, the fact that you have to do this for like hundreds of panels every single week is insane. Like I couldn't fathom the insanity behind that. It would be insane to really do that. Like, oh man. So sort of like this, right? There we go. Okay. There we go. Gonna do that a bit less over here on this side. Over here. Oops. There we go. Oof. There we go. Now we need to do that for the other one as well. Okay. It's like, oh man. This is going to take a bit, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, over here, I'm going to draw this sort of along of the shoulder line over here. So it sort of goes along this line over here. Oh man. Oh, whoops, did I accidentally encroach on this? Oh yeah, I definitely did. That's something I have to be conscious of for cross hatching, is that sometimes I accidentally draw over like where I shouldn't have drawn, and that makes it look kind of like, it doesn't make it look bad because it's already just a bunch of lines, but it's still, I prefer not to do that mistake over there. Right, so over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I mean, stylistically, this looks pretty nice. It's just a lot of effort. It's just a whole bunch of effort. Like, I really do like how rough, but still, like, I don't know. There's something about cross-hatching which I want to describe. It's like, it's very rough, but it still sort of makes sense at the end of the day. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's just like a property behind cross-hatching, which I think makes it look really, really nice. Even though I can't describe it. It's such a weird thing to describe. It's sort of like this, yes. And then you have the fold over here. No, it's too close to it. What I'll do for this instead is I'll actually just draw like a patch over here that's slightly darker than the rest, sort of like that, so that it sort of imitates the fold of the clothes, and it's going the kind of opposite direction of the rest, so like that, right? So like that. Okay, there we go. Sort of just follows this as well, right? Okay, there we go. This also goes over there. There we go. Okay. Also, just asking out of curiosity, but have your Twitch notifications been really buggy? Because I realized that I've missed streams from people I follow just because, like, it's been kind of buggy for some reason. Like, before it was always on time for their streams, but then now Twitch notifications are always like a couple of like centuries late. I'm like, why are you suddenly late? That makes no sense. Why are you late all of a sudden? I don't know, Twitch is just so weird. It's so weird. Why it just makes no sense. There we go. Is there perhaps a shadow over there? No, there isn't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Over here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. By the way, how do you know where the folds on the clothes are? I'm having trouble drawing them. I honestly just take a bunch of reference pictures. So I try my best to pose similarly to my character, and then I take a bunch of reference photos. I'm like, okay, this should sort of fold that way, this should sort of fold this way. And you don't have to follow it to a T. You just sort of have to see the main shapes of everything, right? So I can't really show you a reference photo for this because I don't really have it. But even then, the folds of this are kind of lazy. Yeah, it's kind of buggy. Once I had a situation where a notification came 30 minutes into the stream. Yeah, I'm having some of those too. But usually the folds are where you would, I mean, so usually, how would I describe folds? So usually, Hmm. How do I describe this? So, I'm trying to formulate thoughts here, but they're not formulating. So folds are mainly just pieces of clothing that are sort of like folded inwards, if that makes sense. Oh well, there are a couple of folds here and there. So the different types of folds in clothing are, if I can get it, are okay. We're going to add another layer. So there are different types of folds, right? There's the ones that just bunch up like that, and then there's the other types of folds that are like one piece of fabric that go over the other, right? You just sort of have to do a mixture of both. I think that's probably the best way that I can describe folds, is that you just sort of have to do both. And yeah, like how do I it is so dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even sure if this answers your question. How do I know where folds are? The folds on the clothes are, well, okay, here, yeah, so I know the base shapes of the folds. So they're either like curled in, or they're like kind of sharp like that. Like you can see like a sharper one over here, or they're sort of folded onto one another. So this is the fold on top that's folded above of the layer below. So in reality, it's sort of like this. It's sort of like doing that underneath of this, right? But not quite, right? It's sort of folded on top of it. So you should know these two basic shapes for folds. And then you would take a whole bunch of reference photos to know where generally the folds for this certain type of clothing are, right? So for this, and usually the folds rest on where you would bend your arm. I mean, depends on the clothing, but if you bend your arm, there's always going to be folds on that area of clothing. It just depends on whether there's a lot or there's not a lot, depending on like the material and the fit of the clothing. The other area that usually happens when there's like twists, that folds occur, is when you twist your arm. So this happens especially with like skinnier clothing, where if you turn your forearm, the clothing that goes along with your hand, I'm just gonna do this, sort of twists as well, right? So if you twist your hand to where the thumb is on top, the clothing will twist as well. So you would twist it and would sort of go along this line over here, right? So you would also want your clothing to be folded upwards, like that, right? It would also be folded into it, right? It would go along this shape over here, this flow, because there's always a flow for sort of everything. With folds, there's yeah. I don't know how else to describe this. Okay, I'll practice doing that. Thank you. I don't know if I described this very like well. I'm sorry if I'm good with it. I'm sorry if I'm bad at describing art. Because because I don't know, most of how I draw is from references. Oh, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to use references, right? You should always have references on hand. So over here you see this is the fabric, and you see it's sort of overlaid on top. So you have the line over here. So here you have because it's the arm is sort of twisted towards where you would see it. This is the inside of the fold, and then you sort of have the shadow of the fold on top as well, and the shadow of the fold inside of the fold, right? So it's sort of like that. Yeah. And here is like here's another fold. I don't know how else I describe this, honestly. But here you can see sort of the twist of it, because her hand is sort of twisted, her forearm is sort of twisted, so then it could rest on her shoulder. So usually if your right arm is doing that, it's going to twist upwards, right? It's going to twist upwards towards herself, right? Because your arm is normally like by your side and has to twist upwards. So it would have to, this arm would have to twist upward. It would have to twist, wait, hold up, why is that black and white? It would have to twist sort of upwards like that. So the clothing also generally follows this flow of the folds, right? Generally, it doesn't have to be exact because it's sort of loose. It's sort of, it's not like, it doesn't definitively follow the hand, right? It has its own flow, so it just has to like briefly sort of follow it. But you can see like the folds sort of follow that same twist upwards, right? It's sort of twisting towards upwards, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense at all, but that's twisting folds. And then you also have some little minor folds here and there. Minor folds occur like pretty much everywhere, so you don't really have to worry about them all that much. Minor folds, they're a lot more. So how minor folds are when pieces of clothing, they do this, but you sort of see them from up above. So you have something that's a bit more like this, right? So you have that same wave over here, right? So because this area over here is elevated, the light will hit these two parts first, which means that these will be brighter, and these areas underneath here, because they're sunken down, will have shade, right? So generally you would have a brighter two lines over here, and then you would have the shading over here, right? So then you would have a fold over here in like a sleeve, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are the I think those are the types of folds that you just have to be aware of, right? that's yeah, I don't know how else I'm supposed to phrase this. But you can sort of see it over here. I'm not really doing it that much over here, but you can sort of see the tube, the area, the fold that's elevated upwards versus the area that's sunken down over here, right? So you can sort of see it over here, just over here, right? And over here as well. Okay, I guess I kind of get the gist. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh man, you definitely have to look at what you're drawing to sort of like start understanding what you're drawing, if that makes sense. So you have to look at it's like, how do I, oh man, it's like, I know you don't want to do art studies, but I think the best way to start like understanding how to draw something is understanding what you're looking at, if that makes sense. Because if you don't know how folds are, it's kind of hard to visualize them in your head and then translate that onto your drawing, if that makes sense. I might not be making sense at all. It's like you sort of have to know what you're drawing before you you know what you're doing. Okay, let me fix this. There's just a bit of a there we go. I'll do that, and then I'll do this over here. I'm just fixing the line art real fast because I did not do that. Okay, why is that not? Damn, I slacked. I was slacking when I was doing the line art. There's so many flaws. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be fine. Actually, no, it's not. It is not fine. What am I doing? There we go. What was I doing? More like. And then black layer, the line is over here. So, okay. Honestly, I think it'll be kind of easier if you just like, if I was in the Discord call and you were just showing me what you were drawing, and I could like sort of tell you what to look out for. But it's kind of hard for, I don't know how my brains, like it doesn't brain, so I don't know how it works. Okay, there we go. I was just hydrating, so that's fine. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, that's purple. Why is that purple? I don't want that to be purple. Oh no. There we go. There we are. And then you have a bit of that over here as well. And then over here. There we go. Okay. What else? Over here, I suppose there should be just a slight bit of shading over here. Over here. There we are. Then the same thing on this side as well. Oh, I didn't even do that for this layer. I mean, I guess it's different. I'll do a bit of that over here. There we go. Sorry, I wasn't more of a help for this. It's hard for me to describe things sometimes. I don't know. I think I'm also kind of lacking in art as well. So it's like sometimes I don't know how to properly describe things as well because I'm not like that experienced as well. But yeah, I'm trying my best to to describe it. Okay, there we go. And I'll do the same thing with this. That's gonna be a bit hard. Oh geez. Oh nope. I don't want that. Okay. I don't want that. I want this. A bit darker over here. There we go. There we go. No, you're helping. Oh geez. Okay, there we go. I hope I am. Yeah, don't worry. I'll find a way to do things, I guess. Okay, wait, hold up. This is that was not. Okay, there we go. Now it makes a bit more sense over here. I'll find out how to properly describe things one day. Okay, there we go. And then this sort of goes up over here, like that. Like that as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be it for this white stripe over here. And then I have one more layer to go through for cross hatching. For jacket rather. Okay, there we go. So over here, and then sort of fades into this over here. Okay. Okay. Sort of goes up over here, right? Okay, there we go. A circle over here. Should be like this, yeah, okay. There we go. I think I need to do a few art study streams too, to be honest. that would be a good idea for me to practice along. And then, you know, we can both learn from it. And I could share my experiences of what I learned. I'd be like, okay, I finally figured it out. This is what we're supposed to do. We're like two monkeys trying to figure out how to start a fire. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. There we go. And then there we go. There we go. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, I was missing. Of course, I missed the whole first shadow over there. Of course, I'm screwing this up. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, I'm missing quite a few things on this. That's fine. Okay, let me finish this over here, and then we can have this line over here. Here, and then just sort of just gradients upwards, like so. So there we go. There we go. Okay. So that one's there. I'll add a few more lines over here. Just I'm gonna switch cross hatching for this. Okay, there we go. Okay, the hair is gonna be one of the biggest pains of all time, because that is going to be a lot of trouble. Okay, that's fine. Not yet though. Not yet, because obviously I'm not doing the hair just yet. I think once I finish the black section, I think that's going to be it for me today. It seems like I still have some ways to go for this. There we go. Oh crap, of course. I didn't do that. Over here. Then I can do this. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's working. Okay. Let me check. Oh, here, of course. Okay. Over here. Gotta have it a bit darker over here. And then it slowly gradients out. So like so. There we go. There we are. There we go. Okay. And then I also have to do this section. Damn, I'm actually missing a lot of stuff. Oh boy. Well, I just hear the clicks of the mouse over and over again. Yep. It's a lot of drawing over this. Okay. Okay. Okay, this should be a bit higher up. There we go. Okay, oh, here. There we go. I mean, this is definitely the most amount of strokes that I've put into like any piece, I think. Because normally I would just draw the outline of whatever shadow I need and then use the paint bucket tool to just fill it in, and that would make it a lot faster. But here I have to use lines to draw out everything that I want to draw, and it is a lot of effort. It is a lot of effort. Okay, so if the line is going through this, I think I would want the cross hatching. I would want the shadow to go like this through this direction, like that. Okay, there we go. And same thing with the white line. Okay, there we go. There we go, and then over here. Okay. Oh crap! I hope I didn't draw. Okay, I did draw a couple off. Okay, there we go. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Okay. There we are. I'm going to draw maybe a couple of yeah, okay. I'll do a bit of a shadow over here. Just a bit of one over here. Pretty lightly over here. I'll have to do that for this one as well. Wait. What? Oh, whoops. Wrong layer. That happens a lot with digital art. Sometimes you just draw on the wrong layer and you're like, oh crap. I screwed up this entire thing. Okay, let me do this. It happens way too often. Once I almost drew over my sketch on the same layer, but then luckily, usually for sketches, I actually placed them with a different opacity, so I caught myself and I was like, oh, that could have been so bad. I would have been so mad if I drew my entire line art on the wrong layer. Like that happens way too often. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's not bad. Not bad. I'll need to do a couple of I mean, you know what? Might as well do them here. They're not gonna take too long, I think, to sort of fix up. So the scarf wise, I'm not even sure if I can call this a scarf, to be honest. This is not a scarf. This is like it's like I can't call this a scarf at all. Okay. Right, so it's over here with a bit of a line over here. Right. Then I'm going to do that with the pattern as well. It's going to be a bit darker. That's fine. So it's just going to go over here. There we go. It's It's going to go over here. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I'm going to do this a bit darker as well. But I have to be careful not to overdo it or else I'm screwed. Okay, there we go. Okay. Should be one that's like sort of like this, and it's sort of just diamond shapes, that sort of just triangles over here, right? Sort of like this, right? Sort of like that. There we go. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. This one I'm going to make a bit more sharp over here. So I'm going to have a bit of a thing over here, right? Sort of like this. Okay. Nah. Doesn't look that nice. I think I'm just stick with I'm just gonna stick with the first one. There we go. There we go. This one is over here. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna fix the neck cross hatching. I was checking if I was drawing on the wrong layer right now, and guess what? Oh no. Oh no. Please don't be on the wrong layer. Okay, there we go. We'll just do this. This sort of just gathers out here. Okay, there we go. I hope it's on the wrong layer, Maru. Here we go. Let's give that a look. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Some other things that I have to fix is the glove, which I'm not happy with. The glove, maybe. Okay. Wait, did I draw it on the right layer? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, drew it on the right layer. Nice. Okay. So this as well. This should be just a touch darker over here, especially closer to the edge of the hand. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay. I drew 75% of it on the sketch layer. Oh no. Oh no. That sucks. God, I hate when that happens. I hear so many horror stories about it. I'm like, ugh. I hope I never have to. I hope I never do that. That sucks. At least you caught it before you completely finished it. Oh jeez. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. I don't want this to exceed the line art. It should go like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll make the wrist cuff a bit darker over here. A bit darker, just a touch darker, right? Just a touch darker. So over here, I'll make it a bit darker. There we go. Oh man. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. There we go. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, you know what? Since I've already committed, I might as well finish rendering in the eyes, or not the eyes, not fully the eyes. I'm just gonna do about like should I do that or should I do just a bit? Okay, actually, you know what? I'll leave the eyes for tomorrow. I think I'm happy with the progress today. Maybe, possibly, maybe. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it. I'll leave it here, I think. Okay. Seeing a clip of someone drawing something on the wrong layer is like a horror movie. Oh yeah, it really is. It really is. I'm like, oh. One good way that you can try and avoid that is either locking the layer. So you'd see like a lock, so that prevents you from messing with the layer at all. Or the second trick is just turning down the opacity of the sketch layer. So then you can sort of tell when you're on the wrong layer, because when you draw, it's a different like opacity, and you're like, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. So that's two ways that you can avoid that problem. It's man, it's definitely a pain to draw on the wrong sketch layer, on the wrong layer in general. It sucked. Actually, you know what? I think I did draw on the wrong layer once. I was like, oh, why? My hard work all down the drain. My hard work for the past two hours down the drain. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna change poses, and then I'm just gonna redo the entire thing. I was too heartbroken to continue the same pose. Okay. Doesn't help that I do everything in 5 layers. I mean, for sketches, I get. I also do everything in 5 layers for sketches. Let me yeah, sure. Let me hide everything first. Okay. You'll see all my sketch layers. So yeah. Do this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I won't show you some of my references because some of the references are kind of sus. So yeah. So my first layer is a gray layer that helps like contrast like some of the colors. Because if I use like black and white, it's gonna be sort of hard to see on just like a white canvas. So I keep it with like a somewhat neutral gray, so then it's easier to sort of see. The next thing that I do is I find all the references that I need. So yeah, I have it on my phone next to me, so then I can always keep like referencing like what I'm drawing, and I'm like, okay, is that right? Okay, that's right. There's that. And sometimes when I'm drawing, I'll pose myself. I'm like, okay, you can sort of see how my hand is. You can see like how the clothing folds. Okay, that's how we draw it. So references, I always keep them next to me, or I'm the reference myself. The second layer that I draw is the first layer that I draw is going to be all the blocks. So you can see how goofy this is. And they don't have to be exact as well, right? They're very blocky. Like they're just sort of there to give you the general position of sort of everything, right? So the block is just there to help you with the perspective of the. Wait, what do you mean? Look, sometimes I need to pose nude to know how like where my chest is facing, or where my head is turning, or how my neck is. Yeah, I do those little blocks too. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so you can tell like where the eyes are, or how the head is turned with the block over here, right? Look, it's hard to understand human anatomy unless you do nudes, which is the worst thing I've ever said. But I don't look. I have nudes. To be fair, I delete all of them after I'm done with the illustration. So I'm like, okay, no evidence for this. Because I don't want to be like, oh, you have so many nudes on your phone. I'm not sus. I'm an artist. I have to draw, and I have to have references. I'm not harassing people with them. I want to be very clear about that. So yeah, here you have all the blocks, and then I spend like another couple of hours doing all the poses. So this is along of the blocks here, so you can sort of see that they still fit within the blocks, but they're just more refined over here, right? So that's those are the poses, right? Here I refine it a bit, and then I add all the character details. They're kind of hard to see. What do you mean when you say no evidence? Like, I delete them off my phone, and then I straight up delete them from the recycle bin as well. Because when you delete like anything off of your gallery, it just goes to the recycle bin, and then it stays there for like 30 days. So once they go in the recycle bin, I'm like, okay, delete automatically. So then I start sketching out all the details. So all the hair, all the accessories, where everything sort of flows. Right, so that's 3 layers for sketching now. Yeah, you can sort of see like where the scarf is, where the hair is going, the general gist of the clothing. And then I have like the scene details. So here I put like notes like, oh, flow of the character, where the shadow is, glowing eyes. She has like a butterfly over here. Some of the general shading, right? The source of light over here. Some other rendering cross hatching, right? Some more notes, and then you sort of see like the flow of the scene going by, right? So that's another layer that I have. So that's 4. And then yeah, just I have 4 layers. So I have the blocks, the pose, the character details, and then the scene details for sketches, just for sketches, right? And then I start going through line art, which is a whole nother process. So that's all the details for the for illustrating, I guess. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Let me get rid of all this. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, there we go. And then I'll put all of this back on. There we go. Not this. This. Okay, there we go. And then this. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I should do that detail thingy. Yeah, it's really helpful, I find. Right, because it helps you visualize what you sort of want, like your character to have, I guess, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, that's how it is, I guess, for sketches. 4 different layers of sketches. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today, I guess. Ooh. Man, I gotta go stretch, and I gotta go let my wrist rest too. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, Maru. Always appreciate you dropping by for art streams and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Yeah, see you tomorrow, I guess. I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow just so that I could sort of finish up the illustration, and then I can post it on socials and whatnot. So yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna slack off. All right. Have a good night, Maru. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye. Take care. Good luck with school. And yeah. All right, bye bye. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't know what else. All right, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Have fun with school. Have a good night. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.